TheBradRules!
Sonic Overture 95 is a stunning fan game that was rescued from the jaws of cancellation when a new team took it over. Thank God they did, because it would have been a real shame if it was axed due to the controversies behind the scenes, which led to changes in the team developing it. This would have been a concept and game too good to be left on the cutting room floor. Sonic Overture is a fascinating concept, it being a prequel to Sonic 1, and the 95 part of the title is a reference to the Sega Saturn, which this game is intended to look like it was on. And I love how they even included the Saturn startup screen when you load this game up for some added authenticity. The original game was released back in 2014, and it took 9 years for the second demo to be released in 2023. Wow, this is truly a Sonic 2 HD situation if I ever did see one. But instead of cancellation, there was just a transition period for the team to be considered, as everyone had to be slotted into new roles. So Sonic Overture takes place on Christmas Island, which is Sonic's place of origin, which according to Ian Flynn is no longer canon. Well, that's a shame, but to me, I still view Sonic's home as Mobius anyway. We all have our headcanon, and just because a story is not deemed official anymore doesn't mean fans have to follow suit. They did that shit with the Star Wars Expanded Universe, and I'm forever a rebel. The first stage we visit is Sunrise Gate Zone, and we see a very similar looking sign to what was shown in the Sonic 1 demo at the Tokyo Toy Show back in 1991, which is a cool little touch. This is a tremendous looking zone, and I love the sound of the roaring waterfalls. It's very engrossing. I just had to stand still for a few moments and bask in their glory when I came upon them. The rock laden loops and overall aesthetic are breathtaking. Damn, this looks good. We even run into Splats, the original Scrap Badnik that was set to debut in Sonic 1. Defeating Badniks sets off a firework effect, which is due to the power source Eggman is using to power them. The Badniks are just robots with no animals inside of them, since Eggman has not started roboticizing anyone yet. There's a linking system, which is a timed combo mechanic that allows Sonic to rack up a big score by defeating enemies as quickly as possible. This is certainly an innovative mechanic, and something that is new to this demo. Another change is the restructuring of the stage, making it only 2 acts, combining Act 1 and 2 from the original demo, and just making Act 2 what was Act 3. We can hop atop these totem poles, and I'm not really sure what purpose this serves, but it looks cool, and you can change the poses Sonic does based on which direction you're holding when you land on one. At the end of Act 1, we'll run into Bam, who was actually the original Sonic. Yeah, back when Sonic was slated to be a rabbit, and he looks like he's up to no good. Act 2 is where it's at, using the Sonic 1 concept art to create the Sun Loop, which is something we saw in Sonic Superstars in Golden Capital Zone, but it looks far more detailed and artistic here. This looks so good. It is absolutely beautiful looking. I am just in awe of how great the aesthetic comes off here. One of the most jarring changes from the initial demo is the change of the fantastic music, especially the music we heard in Act 2 of the original demo. The replacement music is great in both stages, and you could make the argument that it fits the retro feel better, but in terms of quality, the original tracks are superior. You know what? Let's take a listen and compare them all. Eggman in his pajamas, much like in the concept art, as he hurls random objects at us, including a whole chicken? Grand Night Zone is up next, and it's a mixture of a castle and Marble Zone concepts. The music even harkens back to Marble Zone's music for a nice parallel. There's some fantastic design across these two acts, as Sonic platforms on these scrap tilting platforms that were actually featured in the beta version of Sonic 1 and the UFOs which were in the prototype. You might also remember this Badnik from the beta, who can be traced back to this famous piece of concept art. Yeah, this stage is loaded with callbacks. Act 2 is really something to behold. I love the gothic gates and the rain. It reminds me of a Castlevania game. We can bounce on this cannonball for some really cool gimmickry. I also love this cutscene with Bam where he's dressed as a police officer and knocks you off the zip line. He definitely has that mischievous early Bugs Bunny persona. The Eggman boss fight that rounds out the demo is a really nice example of something Sonic Team probably would have done on the Saturn to showcase its power, as we get this 3D chase where Sonic actually commandeers one of these mysterious UFOs to keep up with Eggman. To say Sonic Overture is something special would be one hell of an understatement. The fan game community once again showcases their originality, ingenuity, and passion, as we've got one of the most fascinating and well-made fan games right here, and we're only 2 levels deep. I certainly hope we get more real soon and eventually a finished product. But then again, who knows? We just have to keep the faith in these amazing developers who are bringing us something truly special without any profit. This is true passion, and this is a true Sonic experience that should not be missed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have you ever played Sonic Overture? And if you haven't, has this video convinced you to give it a try? Let's discuss it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bells to get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. I want to thank all my subscribers for your continued support. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.